Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone and welcome. This is Ashima Shukla, your current affairs and banking awareness faculty on Entry platform. And in this video, we'll be talking about all the major news events that have taken place in the past days. The discussion is going to involve a lot of news events which are important from examination point of view, and we'll be taking a view at them in more of a theory oriented form, so that the basic idea is you get major news updates and in less time possible. For those who want to practice questions, for them we have free live quiz happening on Entry app, for which you can download from the link provided in the description section below and in the comment section below. Starting on the discussion of news events, the first being Global Health Security Index 2021. This index was framed by Nuclear Threat Initiative (NTI) and Johns Hopkins Center. According to this index, India is ranked at 66th position with a score of 42.8, and the top rank holder of this index was United States with a score of 75.9. Second position was marked by Australia. Third position was marked by Finland. According to the index, world's average overall GHS index score is 38.9 out of 100 in 2021. The index's analysis of health security and related capabilities in 195 countries in total. So total 195 countries has been assessed in this ranking. Starting the next news event, Atmanirbhar Hastashilpkar scheme. Northeast Development Finance Corporation Limited has launched the Atmanirbhar Hastashilpkar scheme, which aims to grant support to artisans in the northeast region. Under the scheme, financial assistance is going to be granted to artisans in the form of term loans for income generating activities. The financial assistance facility is collateral free and has subsidized interest rate at 6% per annum, which is to be repaid in 24 months itself. So in this whole scheme is about giving financial assistance without taking any collateral, and on this the interest is at a subsidized rate where we are getting very high interest as of now. This scheme offers them interest at 6%, which needs to be again repaid in the duration of 24 months. Then the next news event we have is Sanket Mahadev Sarkar. He has won a gold medal in men's 55 kg snatch in the Commonwealth Weightlifting Championship 2021 being held in Tashkent. Union Cabinet Minister PM Modi ji has approved Ken Betwa interlinking of rivers project with estimated cost of 44,605 crore rupees. India has won 41 medals at the 4th Asian Youth Para Games held at Rifa City in Bahrain. So where was the venue for 2021? That was Rifa City, Bahrain. And in this, India has won 41 medals, which include 12 gold, 15 silver, and 14 bronze medals. India successfully test fired a version of BrahMos supersonic cruise missile from ITR of Chandipur off the coast of Odisha. It was test fired from Sukhoi 30 Mk1, which is a supersonic fighter aircraft. BrahMos is a joint venture between DRDO India and NPO Mahinostrye, which is in Russia. Rupesh Goyal has won the Young Geospatial Scientist Award for his contributional work to develop the Indian geoid model and computation software. Reserve Bank of India has granted scheduled bank status to Paytm Payments Bank, and via this now Paytm Payments Bank has been included in the second schedule of the Reserve Bank of India in the list for 1934. Now coming into this, it will bring more financial services and products of Paytm India. We can expect in a few duration. It is also eligible for refinancing facility from RBI at a bank rate with an authority for a currency storage facility as well. It can participate in marginal standing facility or MSF. It can become a partner in the financial inclusion schemes of Government of India. Then, Asian Development Bank has approved a loan of 350 million US dollars to improve the urban services in India. The loan is a part of Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation 2.0 or Amrut 2.0. So it is going to be utilized in various schemes which include piped water supply, improved sanitation, and all other schemes which are coming in from Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It will also be used to grant affordable housing including the poor, urban migrants, industrial workers, and everything of that sort. Next we have is Prime Minister Modi ji, who inaugurated Saryu Nehar National Project. Now Saryu Nehar National Project was inaugurated in Balrampur in Uttar Pradesh. It involves interlinking of 5 rivers, namely Saryu, Ghagra, Banganga, Rapti and Rohini. In this we also need to know that this project was started in the year 1978. It was started in 1978, but due to lack of budget support and no monitoring or inadequate monitoring, project was delayed for 4 decades. In 2016, it was under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana when it has come, with the total fund being given of 9800 crore rupees. The water for irrigation will be granted to over 14 lakh hectares of land, and it's going to be helpful to about 29 lakh farmers in Uttar Pradesh as per the current estimation. Manipur has won Senior Women's National Football Championship by beating Railways in the finals held in EMS Stadium in Kozhikode, Kerala. Cybersecurity skilling program was launched by Microsoft recently. Program aims to grant training to 1 lakh learners by 2022 and make India capable to have a workforce working in the cybersecurity domain. The Cabinet of Uttar Pradesh has approved the Atmanirbhar Krishak Development Scheme, which will help to form 1,475 farmer producer organizations in the next 3 years and enhance the agricultural sector so forth. Haidarpur wetland in Uttar Pradesh is recognized under the 1971 Ramsar Convention on Wetlands, making it the 9th Ramsar wetland of Uttar Pradesh. So now in UP we have 9 Ramsar wetland sites, the latest one being Haidarpur. Federal Bank has entered into Bank Assurance Pact with Star Health and Allied Insurance Corporation Limited. Under this partnership, health insurance products of Star Health and Allied Insurance will be distributed via the Federal Bank's network. Balakrishna Doshi ji, who is an Indian architect, was awarded the 2022 Royal Gold Medal by the Royal Institute of British Architects. Indian Space Research Organization signed MOU with OPPO India to work in the field of research and development for Navig Messaging Service or Navigation Service of India. So, with this, OPPO will be developing end-to-end application-specific solutions for integrating the Navig messaging service with the current handset platform or the handset platform that they have. So it's an equivalent of GPS. Navig is basically an equivalent of GPS. GPS is American, Navig is Indian. Government of India has signed an air bubble agreement with Australia. It's a process to resume flights between two nations with preconditioning during the pandemic duration. So it will enable the travel of passengers between the two countries, and in this, dedicated cargo flights with select countries are also going to operate. With 33 countries now, we have this air bubble agreement. India's first river interlinking project called Ken River in Madhya Pradesh, linking with Betwa in Uttar Pradesh, has been approved with a total cost of 44,605 crores to be completed in a duration of 8 years. It will generate 103 megawatt of hydropower and 27 megawatt of solar power once it is completed. So it involves transfer of water from Ken River to Betwa River via construction of Dodhan Dam. Via construction of Dodhan Dam, it is going to be completed, and a canal is also going to be created linking both the rivers. Reliance Industries Limited has topped the list of 500 most valuable companies in India in 2021 Burgundy Private Hurun India Rich List. Bank of Maharashtra has partnered with National Payments Corporation of India to launch Bank of Maharashtra's first contactless credit card on RuPay platform. So this is going to come out on RuPay platform. IPPB or India Post Payments Bank and Bharat Bill Pay, a subsidiary of NPCI, National Payments Corporation of India, enabled recurring payments that will be facilitating doorstep cash-based assisted bill payments anywhere in India through the Bharat Bill Pay platform. The customers of IPPB and non-IPPB will be able to use bank's mobile network banking service to perform recurring transactions such as mobile postpaid or D2H or utility service payments. With this, we'll be winding up this segment and I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great day ahead.